Peace and happy now. Now is the vibrate. Y'all know where we stand. You know where we not going. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Ah, right now. Right now, man, they got some vibrational changes going on, man, this month of September. For my people who are aware of their being, aware of their spirituality, or just have that heightened sense of spirituality and sense of perception. Woo, September was a hard one for us, man. September was a hard one. But basically, it had a lot of big energy shifts in September, this month, well, this past month, and basically it was different things that caused it and a bunch of stuff going into it because like I say, our planet, our solar system, everything is going through a ascension. It's going through a shift in dimensions, you know what I'm saying? But there's a bunch of things that happened, heavily in September that kind of really forced that change on us. So I'm gonna bring up, some of the causes of it and some of the symptoms of like the things that you may have been going through, during this shift, like feeling kind of off or feeling, like something going on, but you don't just know what. I'm about to let y'all know a few symptoms that may, help you, know what was going on, which, now you could be like, oh, I was just going through a dimensional shift, man. I'm cool. It's all good. But basically, one of the causes for sure was a bunch of eclipse. We had a bunch of eclipse, during the month of September. We had two this month, and basically eclipse are they're basically strong catalysts for spiritual growth. You know what I'm saying? So with all these eclipses we're having, that we had in the month of September, it's basically just kind of creating that catalyst, creating that speed. Not say speed, but like I say, a catalyst is that extra, making the reaction, sparking the reaction. You know what I'm saying? Or helping it move further. But it's basically so the eclipse is basically like a catalyst for spiritual growth. And we had two. I can't remember. I know we had one was we had a new moon. We had this black moon this past Friday, I think. What it was September 30th? I think so. But yeah, all these moons. As a matter of fact, like one of the things I think the new moon that just passed or whatever, it was like the Earth, the moon and the sun was aligned, in one line. And like they say, at the beginning of at the end of certain cycles is also simultaneously starting the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So we, a lot of vibrational changes. You know what I'm saying? Are ending bringing an end to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And also what we're dealing with in September, Mercury in retrograde, and basically for the first three weeks of September, that's what we've been dealing with. And basically is where Mercury is passing through, and creating certain vibrational changes for us, basically. And Mercury rules communication and travel. And basically, during this retrograde, Mercury has been creating challenges in these areas, basically. And what's funny that we going through Mercury retrograde at the beginning of September, and just the other day, I been had the movie Mercury Rising aside to watch, and I finally watched it like 2 days ago. So, which is no coincidences in this universe, you know what I'm saying? With stuff like that's why I find it more and more like, man, it's just really a matrix in the computer, and you just kind of could do what you want and play with things. If you got the right algorithms and stuff like that, you'll have the right synchronicity and be able to control and do the right things. But anyway, I ended up coming across, and Mercury Rising is an old movie, but it's funny how I came across that for the first time watching it. And the movie is about a kid with autism, which indigo kids, autism, that has a ability to memorize, like I know his ability to memorize numbers, but he had basically found out, or just had got channeled a code to the what it was, the national security system or whatever. And the government, of course, was out to kill the young man, the young autistic government. Like the only way the government knows how to do things, obviously. But yeah, Mercury in retrograde, and happened to watch Mercury rise another day, so that'll kind of, tell you how those two things come into play. And also we're going through the 3999 gateway, or the Lions Gate is what we're going through. It's basically it's kind of like a numerology thing. So basically like September 9th, 2016 is a triple nine. You know what I'm saying? We had that three times this month because you have September 9th, the ninth month, ninth day, and 2016. If you add it up, each one, you know, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 equals 9. So that's how I get that. But basically, it was the 3999 gave us, so not only you had a date that said, 999, we had it happen three times within this month, and open up the Lion's Gate, and our Rastafari, Jah, Lion of Judah. A matter of fact, though, I'm clowning, but that's what we get. Like, that's why, like, Rastafari, the liberty and the spirituality start to make so much sense once you see, like, all these spiritual things that, from a lion to the land of Kush in Ethiopia being one of the first biggest civilizations, you know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of things that go into it. But yes, it's the Lion's Gate opening, you know what I'm saying? So that lion coming to liberate, you know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. And basically nines are associated with ending. So basically it's the coming to it is the end to the 3D reality, reality is an end to the 3D world, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning simultaneously to the 5D reality that we're going to be experiencing, that heaven on earth, you know what I'm saying, that fifth dimension, you know what I'm saying, added dimensions to our reality, quote unquote. And also we have been going through some geometric storms, and basically these geometric storms kind of go on like somewhat outside our atmosphere and blow around the planet. You know, I'm not getting into whether the planet is round or flat or not. Even though like they had a concept where the word planet, plane, and then the T is like the net, like that holds you in the plane. Planet. But I digress on whether it's round or whether it's flat. But we have geomagnetic storms around this planet, no matter what shape or form it is. We having geomagnetic storms, and basically some of these storms is invoking what you could call ascension flu. And what's crazy, like just 3-4 days ago, I come up with the sniffles. Like my nose was kind of stopped up overnight, like I went to sleep, and I blamed it, which I did eat a lot of junk food that night. And what I consider junk food is like a highly starch, highly acidic food, you know what I'm saying? So I had some coffee, I had some sugar, which is not good for your nervous system. I had a bunch of bad things. All that causes mucus in the body, and when that mucus creates, then disease or any bacteria have something to latch on to, you know what I'm saying? But basically, yeah, this geomagnetic storms has been causing ascension flu for a lot of people, and I've been hearing a lot of people, and this is one of them things where this is for all of us, like you don't necessarily have to be an indigo child or a star child, none of this to be going through these symptoms. The earth is making everybody on its ascend, whether your ego or your body likes it or not, via the people who's passing away, and whether you're passing away from actual physical sickness or mental. And what I mean by mental sickness, by you doing negative things that end up like all these people senseless killings, like like people just doing things that just are simple confrontations, but that's you not being right spiritually, and that got you in that confrontation that takes your body away, because the new world has no room for that type of foolishness, you know what I'm saying, all that shooting stuff for nothing and killing and all that type of stuff. And that's on both sides, for the gangsters and the government. Both of y'all. All that unnecessary killing is about to, you know what I'm saying, about to come to a stop, you know. But yeah, matter of fact, and with this ascension flu-like symptoms, one of the hardest days and one of the most intense days for it was on the 28th, September 28th. So peep the calendar out, and if you went through some ascension, if you went through some flu-like symptoms. If you came across that on the 28th of September, then you know it has to do with the geomagnetic storms. I'm sorry, geomagnetic storms. You know, and that was one of the days where the storms were at its most intense. Matter of fact, moving at 700 kilometers. You know, the wind kilometers. But in fact, I think that's per hour. What it said on the thing. But also go through the signs, basically the signs that you are going through these energetic changes associated with these different waves of energy. I'm gonna go through them quickly. One of them is that your life is rapidly changing. Things that may have been left up for decision are being swept under a rug or and are coming to a head. You know what I'm saying? So it's rapid change. It's like you barely even had time to make a decision. Like, ooh, damn, I wasn't even ready. You know, quick changes. Two, your eating habits are changing. During shifts, some will eat a lot, others will eat very little. Some will become increasingly sensitive to dairy and processed foods. You know, becoming sensitive to dairy, processed foods. That sounded like me the other night. You know, all them processed foods and that coffee had a little bit of probably milk or some type of, something in it. But your eating habits will change. You'll start eating a lot or eating very little. Uh, Three, the types of things you used to like doing are no longer appealing as they used to be. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like how I used to jam, just sit down and jam a lot of music all the time, and that was just like my thing. Which I still jam my music and stuff like that, but I have lost it. Or certain songs and certain music that I used to jam that vibrationally it no longer serve me. Like what I'm saying, I'm no longer pimping females in the parking lot. I'm no longer, selling drugs and all these different things, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, I'm just speaking, generally, you know what I'm saying? Not just me, but in general for anybody, it's things that, you're no longer doing, you know what I'm saying? But basically, it becomes a situation where it's just like, oh, this no longer serves me. Move on. Basically, so if you're coming across that feeling, that is a symptom. Four, endings of older situations and shortly following the creation of new ones that seem so much more suited to who you are now. That which I've been talking about this, that old job, no longer serves you, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, at my job right now, we just been going through like so many changes, people finding new careers, finding themselves, you know what I'm saying? Finding careers and situations that better suit their vibration, better suit their lives, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, and it's coming quick, you know what I'm saying? Just out the blue, it's like, oh, no, but it's just we're just getting into that vibrational change, preparing for that shift. Uh, Excessive sleep. Oh, five. I'm sorry. Oh, I did a bruh man. Just if y'all familiar with Martin, like the fifth flow. But five. Excessive sleep or very little sleep. For many, this is accompanied by vivid dreams. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, you either on the insomnia tip or you sleeping in for long periods of time and you coming out with like dreams like I wonder why I dreamed that, or a matter of fact, and not even like dreams that's vivid or like I ain't gonna say trivial dreams but more vivid as like you really see and understand because you're gonna have symbolic dreams but it's also just vivid as dreams that you really like felt like you were there. Like you wake up the next morning like feeling and believing like this stuff really happened. You almost have to like, oh wait, that really was a dream. But you're gonna have more vivid dreams, more lucid dreams you could say. Six, which is plain and simple and to the point. Dry mouth. Literally, like I said, like like if you smoke, after you smoke the herbs and stuff like that, you get that what we call cotton mouth. Like you got balls of cotton in your mouth and it's super dry. You end up getting dry mouth is one of the symptoms also. So just plain and clear cut dry mouth. Seven, you have easily triggered emotions. Repetitions of cyclical behaviors. So just cycle type behavior, you know what I'm saying? Basically, so by changing your participation in these situations, you are moving out of the cycle and creating something new. So basically, you easily triggered emotions, and you're gonna have like a repetition of cycle behavior, and you end up like breaking out of that cycle behavior. uh I'm trying to think of something like my indecisiveness. It's like a cycle. Just keep you're gonna find yourself breaking out of that type of cycle, and creating something of a new. Like I say, this whole situation is like, is basically getting rid of old energies, and we're moving into a new vibrational frequency, a new vibration in general. And 8 is disillusionment with society, a belief that something better can be created. You know, we know that this presidential election and all this is just some bull crap, like it's the illusion of choice. You know, uh, I was about to say one of them those words that they make up. How about say minorities? We got to deal with Trump and what's but we're not even minorities. That's words that they use to make us seem like minorities to oppress us because they're scared of us, so they make us seem like we're less than them. But anyway, we don't this illusion of choice we're dealing with. That's so-called a presidential election. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with one person that's just a straight up bigot, and another person that used to be a bigot that's acting like they wasn't one back in the day, which is Hillary. We super predators. Black males, y'all super predators. Now she want our vote. Does that make sense? We live in a world where somebody wants you to make sense out of it. Matter of fact, like I said, matter of fact, this disillusionment of the society or with society, basically the veil is lifted, and you can see how horrible and stupid like the government is, and just everything is breaking down. Like the news is starting to seem like a Chappelle skit. It's like, damn, they really had the audacity to try to fool us like this, like. But you're just basically breaking out of that illusionment, and really seeing things for what it really is. But that's it as far as the symptoms. And another thing, basically, in conclusion, the September energies is basically it come through and gave us a vibrational bath. You know what I'm saying? It's just like getting rid of the old vibrations and things of this nature, you know what I'm saying? Things that no longer serving us and moving into the future, you know what I'm saying? So basically, it washed away all those old energies with energies that's no longer serving us, and now we're moving into the future. And I get all this information from a website called n5d.com. the number 5D. So y'all go check out that website, man. They have fresh new articles that like keep up with things like this vibrational shift that just that we just experienced. So y'all check out that website. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the better websites for your esoteric articles on enlightenment. So y'all go check that out. But peace. Happy now. Y'all pay attention to the times. Stay smart. Pay attention to what's going on with your body and your vibrations. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it. Just stay conscious, you know what I'm saying, and watch what's going on, you know what I'm saying. But now is the vibrate, not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Bring it in right now. Peace, y'all. Make it through this vibrational shift. We good. Peace.